What's up, guys? It's Brett with BTG Hunting here, and today we're going to be talking about how to quack with a duck call. And then we're going to get into what a cadence is and how to do a cadence. So, first things first, when you're calling with a duck call, you're blowing from your diaphragm. You're not blowing with your cheeks. You're not blowing with your throat or anything. You're going to, if anything, keep your cheeks a little tight, and it's all coming deep air from down low. So, like kind of a raspy, deep, hot air. And you're going to either be making a ta noise or a ka noise. And the ta comes from the tip of your tongue up at the top of your mouth, behind your front teeth, and it's like a pressure valve. And when you blow, the pressure valve opens, and to stop the call, to end each quack, your tongue is going to come back up and stop the pressure. And then, so that's the T, that's like tu. Or you got the ka, like a K, K. So the way to do that is you have your tongue behind your bottom front two teeth, and the middle of your tongue is going to go up to the top of your mouth, and it's going to be the pressure valve that comes up and down to release pressure and let the call go and bring the tongue back up to stop the call. So, and then as far as holding the call goes, you're going to grab it, the base of it like that, or the front of it, put it in your hand like that. You're going to cup your hand around it. Start when you quack with your hand closed, and as you quack, you open your hand up. So that gives it that tone, that like realistic tone as you do it. So it's going to sound like this. So you're going to have to play around with it. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn how to use your tongue. And yeah, just practice. That's really the trick to everything in life, isn't it? So let's talk about a cadence. A cadence is a series of quacks. So once you've got your quack down, then you can start learning cadences and different cadences. But yeah, it really just is to sound like a live duck, because one quack can work. If birds are coming right into your decoys and you want to put a quack on them that's kind of more soft and not as aggressive, just here or there, kind of softer single quacks. If they're circling and coming in, that's great. But if they're flying away from you, that's when you're going to really hammer down on them, and you see their tail feathers. That's when you're really going to get after them with the call, and that's where a cadence comes into play. So something like that might sound like more like this. And that's for birds that are flying away from you, and you're really trying to get after them. So that's one example of a cadence. But yeah, learn the quack, and then there's a lot of different ways you can use the quack and incorporate it. And at different times, you're going to need to do different things. And sometimes on different days, you're going to need to do different things because the birds aren't going to be as receptive. Or maybe throughout the day, it changes. One thing was working in the morning. Now you got to change it up in the afternoon. So anyways, guys, I hope that was helpful, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, thanks.